And we're live. Welcome, everybody. Been a while. There were we ran into a few problems after week one. I'm not gonna go into too much detail solely because I I don't wanna I would wanna bring up shit. Quite frankly, it's really on a need to know basis. Just know that there were a few hiccups here and there, but they're ironed out. And it was a combination of that and, quite frankly, a lack of motivation on my end. But we're good. Smooth sailing. That's it. That's all you need to know. Also, because I'm gonna get questions about this as we're going through it, so I'm just gonna state here for the people that are already here. Blaze and Sev are no longer participating in the league. There was nothing against them, right? They each had their own reasons for dropping, and it's 100% fine. Nobody's holding any ill will towards them. They both had their own reasons. We're all still we're still getting along. There's no beef there. It's just that, they couldn't they did not have the time or motivation to continue playing, and that's perfectly okay. That's all there is to it. Do not read any farther than that because there isn't any reason to. Anyway, that's already out of the way. This is gonna be a bit of a long one. Also, hi Kevin. I know you're in the call. You're not getting past me that easily. I saw your ass join in here. All right. So, we're also still getting audio, new audio setup ironed out. So if I sound a little bit too quiet or if other things sound too loud and stuff, please let me know in the chat. We're still in the trial and error phase when it comes to this thing. Anyway, I've stalled enough, so let's actually pull up some replays. I know it's been at a black screen for a while. That is intentional. Don't worry. I'm not that dumb, believe it or not. I know I act like it, but I'm not. So, let's actually pull up a few of these replays. I'm not going to really put these up into any particular order. Just, let's see here. That was all week one, I think. Hang on. I'm going to have to actually pull up the spreadsheet here. Figure out what was what. Actually, no. You know what? Why am I even trying to pull these up through Discord for? That's literally what I should just be doing, is pulling this up in the spreadsheet. This is how you know it's been a while. I had a whole system in place for these things, and I've completely forgotten it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and pull up. This is a good one to start with. It also means that we just get to get the Mass DDG just theme up and over with already. Where is it? All right. You already know why this music's playing. and it's because of who is fighting. We, of course, have the King of the Hammers himself, the Lord of the Roofs, the Roof Inspector, the person on a higher plane of dimensional existence that none of us will ever be able to humanly comprehend by any stretch of the imagination. And then we just have one weird person who's perpetually just like the ruler of the void somehow. It's really complicated. Please do not ask. I'm not even aware of my own lore at this point. So, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Disclaimer, we agreed to meme for this fight. I regret agreeing to that. So, he starts out with a Raquinate. I start out with Ferrothorn, obviously. He immediately switches into Volcanion, and I reveal Curse Ferrothorn. And then I switch into the Watch Machine, obviously, expecting a Fire-type move. Sure enough, Flare Blitz. He does crit me, but it's fine. We're Rotom. And then, obviously, the Tactical Nuke was inbound. So that was the thing that happened. Regardless, he brings out Mr. Rhyme with Ice Shard. I decide to set up the substitute with Golurk. More or less just to be able to tank something. I switch in with a Focus Punch, and I do hit the Focus Punch. Just look at that damage. And of course, now I'm just sitting here like, I'm gonna do it again. Guess what? I did it again. Substitute Focus Punch. It's a thing. So, after that, obviously, Hydro Pumps come out to play. I bring out T-Bolt with Regice. This music is a little bit too loud on my ears. There we go. So, obviously, this happens. What do you do against an Ancient Power Fire Blast Special Mega T-Tar? You do nothing. It's Omni boosted. It's a special attacker. I lost a team preview. There's nothing that can be done. There's literally nothing that you can do at this point. Obviously, yeah, I'm trying my best. I go for Solar Beam. Doesn't even do half. It's Omni boosted. What do you expect? You know, at this point, I've just, like, I sack at this point. What do? He's won. He got the Omni boost with a special attacking Mega T-Tar. He won. He deserved to win at that point. It's not for lack of trying, mind you. I was trying everything. Like, obviously, against the Fire Blast, I tried for Light Beam. Still doesn't even, like, not even a third. What do? You do nothing. It's a well-played Tyranitar. What do you have for that?
Oh, hello.
Like I said, it truly is the Banhammer.
Exactly.
I heard someone said the Banhammer.
I mean, not specifically the Banhammer. More like the Omni-boosted hammer. But...
Same
Alright,
thing.
So the omnipotent Banhammer.
So yeah, that was the first match of week 2. Now you know why I'm terrified of Volcanion. These things are walking time bombs, I'm telling you. Don't worry. I get the last laugh at the end of the day. Just you wait. So, moving right along, we have, oh, this is gonna be a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been memeing about this a lot behind camera. So, first things first, I want to give a shout out to the homie, that guy Harvey. What a lot of you don't know is that this spreadsheet that I base all of our data off of, This was based off of a spreadsheet that Harvey made for a draft league a few years back, in which he just had a shit ton of formulas, and it was such a good spreadsheet that I've just shamelessly based all of mine off of his formulas and stuff. But something we found out week 2 was that there, unfortunately, is no formula that accommodates a true tie in which both teams died at the same time on the last turn. You might be wondering, why was this an issue? Well, it normally isn't. Emphasis on normally, but of course, leave it to a certain individual by the name of Tyler to just break everything. I thought I was the one who broke everything. I think my title's been stolen from me after this one. I'm just gonna let the last turn speak for itself on this, but we'll commentate everything else in the interim. Let's pull up the normal remixes at this point. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. So. Obviously, we lead out with Plasma Fists. Pretty straightforward. Versus Zapdos. Nope. The Rune Regus comes out. Clay opts to set up a Rain Dance. Which was, you know, a little bit of just a hard place, just trying to get in that Swampert as best as possible. He switches in Durant. We know it's Hustle. You see the Hold Claws. It's definitely the Hustle, right? Sandtomb comes in. This Durant's not going anywhere now. So at this point, Clay's just gonna Hone Claws away. He's back up to neutral now because of that burn damage. Gotta remember that. Then proceeds to Baton Pass into the Uxie. Which, gotta remember that even though he is immune to another Sandtomb, he's still gonna take the chip damage from the initial one because that gets carried over with Baton Pass. Then, of course, gonna get burned a second time. This is just a nice burned Uxie right there. And it sucks because, of course, it's physical.
I was the ones that I was actually proud of was just physical Uxie.
Of course, the Zeraora Volt switches into Landoge, gets the Intimidate. The red card gets knocked off, which I'm gonna call you out real quick, Tyler. That's my thing. That's my thing right there. Don't you remember, referee? This is my item.
There's more than one referee, but
look, Sev's got Quick Claw. I've got red card. This is my thing. Don't do that. Don't steal my shit. He just up and stole my thing. How he do that?
That's funny. That's actually funny, Kevin.
Oh god, what did it? I mean, both me and Clay brought physical variations to special mons that then get burned. This is true. Then there's Jeroen, who brought a special variation of a physical mod, and won.
I mean, to be fair, on this team, I also had special Incineroar.
I mean, also, to be fair, T-Tar actually does have a deceptively, viable special attack stat.
And it has a good move pool to support it.
It's got a good move pool. It definitely has a better attack stat. It definitely leans more towards being a physical attacker. But it is actually a pretty viable special attacker if you build it right.
A physical attacker that went special that was going to burn you. That's how it works.
Yep. Anyway, gonna just continue. Ice Punch comes out with a crit. No, the crit didn't matter. I don't even want to hear it. This thing's quad weak to ice.
Yeah. I'm positive it didn't matter.
Like, he might have been effectively -1 attack, but it's a Landorus. It's quad weak to ice. It was gonna die.
Oh.
Hey, Clay, you like jazz?
No, not really.
Oh.
More
Well,
of
it's
a
fine,
rock
because
kind
Tyler's gonna delete that reference in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, hey, would you look at that? Nothing happened.
Time to reset the timer.
Honestly,
I'm so sad I missed this.
Mega Swapper comes in. Hydro Cannon just decides, oh, it looks like I delayed the number 5 by a little bit. He
That's
also killed the
awesome.
wrong Mon. But
That's I was actually like a dynamic punch that turn.
we haven't even gotten to the best part of this replay yet.
Oh, yeah, wait, no, we haven't.
Clay gets the read on the Toxic. I don't even think that was a read, but you know what
I
else
was
it
just
was.
sacking Durant. I was just sacking Durant.
Not that it mattered. Even if you weren't a Steel type, you were already statused. But
I was just like, I just don't need Kevin anymore, so... that's why I
at
was
that
Iron
point,
Man.
well, I guess, okay, you hear that, Kevin? Clay's calling you disposable.
I
Okay,
missed the
can we-
Hurricane, of course I did.
Can we all agree that Blastoise is just nuclear war timer thingy on snooze?
Last
in
I
five-
checked, look, last I checked, this Blastoise didn't literally blow himself up.
I mean, he shoots the nuke.
Yeah,
Why else
but
buy the cannons?
if he's okay, Kevin, don't meet me that hard. You're gonna make me sad. Don't make me sad. Obviously, he's just spamming these Hydro Cannons.
So... I should have just clicked Volt Switch immediately, instead of trying to hit a Hurricane, but the problem was I was scared he was going to send in Zeraora.
Fair enough. And here comes Zeraora again.
That is Zapdos.
Zapdos, obviously, he's got to take the Volt Switch. Someone has to. And this is where everything goes to shit. Oh, hey, look, here's a Ditto. Funny how this works.
Oh, I loved it.
And then, of course, Tyler proceeds to start, bringing up some Calm Minds. And some Iron Defenses. Tries to do with...
You know, if I was actually, like, you know, a physical Incineroar with Darkest Lariat, that would have probably not meant anything to me, but, yeah, it wasn't.
At this point, Clay can just go ahead and sack the instant because, oh, hey, look, there's a funny ability. It's called Imposter. Oh, hey, look at that. Remind you, Clay's only got 5 stored powers to work with here. But 5 stored powers is all he needs. And this is how Tyler broke everything with what's about to happen.
To be fair, like he said, obviously it was him misplaying it, but he should have just gone straight Zeraora.
He should have.
Because I just struggled with Robombi.
Tyler endeavors, and then Tyler decides to break everything by forcing Clay to struggle himself to death. Now, in terms of technicality, Clay won because the Zeraora died before the Ditto. Clay's Ditto was the last Mon to die, therefore Clay has the win. However, both sides clearly have no Mons remaining. And obviously the spreadsheet didn't like this.
It really was. Mission Impossible.
I had to delete the formula for the win-lose cells on these. I literally had to delete the formula for this win cell so that I could actually make it a 0-0 tie. Leave it to Tyler to just find a way to break something that I thought could not be broken.
Which, to be fair though, I don't understand why that happened. Because when you think about it, Flare Bolt's recoil doesn't. Well, actually, no, it does. Does it?
What?
Like other recoil moves, like they take effect.
No, it works the same way.
It works the same way? Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was different.
Like, in that specific situation, that's the same for any move with recoil.
Yeah, because
I believe it works differently for status.
Yeah,
But in terms of recoil always gets applied before the end of turn, and so if it's the last turn in a match, recoil will always be applied before win-lose screen. Whereas status will not. So,
I think it'd be an easy way to go around that, but
yeah. There was that replay. Moving right along, obviously we've seen week 2 for Tyler. Now to see week 2 for Lionboy. Hey, do you guys remember in season 1 how we had a big scrimp that went on a murderous rampage? Yeah, I think Lionboy's been recreating that with this swole mosquito. Like, just to show you what I mean. 9 total kills. There is not a single Mon. I'm just as a brief spoilers, because we've only done 1 match in a week 5 so far. But right now, as of the time this stream is being aired, right? There is not a single Mon that anybody has that has the same amount of kills or higher than this Buzzwole. This Buzzwole right now has the most amount of kills out of any Pokemon at the time of this stream. Obviously, that might change come the end of this week, but from right now, this Buzzwole quite literally is the second coming of Big Scrimp. Do you want to know what the closest Mon is to that? Closest Mon to that, right now, is my Charizard. And it doesn't even tie it. So yeah, needless to say, this Buzzwole has been on a rampage.
And that was a lie. That was a lie.
How is that a lie? How is that a lie?
Your Charizard isn't the closest.
What? Our result's not the closest anymore. Look. MVP table has not been updated to reflect week 5. As of my match yesterday, Charizard is now technically in second place.
Fair enough.
Differential of 6. Differential of 5. Numbers don't lie. Anyway. Let's go ahead watch this Buzzwole. So, obviously, we start with Shuckle. Hey chat, remember, what do we say about Shuckle? What do we say about Shuckle? What's the magic phrase? Never fuckle with Shuckle. That's right, chat. That's right.
Why don't you just turn it into a kid's...
I mean, Lionboy's whole theme was he has a nursery. I kind of had to cater to the bit.
Oh, that's what you were doing. Okay.
Yes, it was intentional.
Sorry, I'm in and out of it because I'm trying to understand this Charizard gift you have.
Well, I name all my Charizards fan service, so...
No, I know, but what the heck is that gif?
It's just a man trying to beat a giant fan. I'll be completely honest, I didn't even find this gift. Tyler sent it to me. That alone should tell you why it makes no sense.
I'm a big fan of it.
Let me just, hang on, give me a second.
And that is how I was banned from the second season.
Just all right. You guys won't know what just happened, chat, but I moved to the void for real quick. Don't worry, he'll come back. Hey, welcome back.
Deserved.
Also, hold everything. Apparently, Scott's Twitter just got hacked.
I know, that's what I just saw in chat. I was gonna...
Can I pull this up? Have they posted anything offensive?
Wait. This isn't his...
Yeah, I'm gonna mute the scene real quick. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Somebody hacked into Scott's Twitter and quite literally deleted the entire thing.
Yeah.
Every single tweet and the account itself. Gone.
And then it's just a whole bunch of nonsense. Well, only thing you really do is go to the profile, click mark as it's been hacked, and...
Although, real quick, shout out, hang on, I'll show this up at least. Shout outs to Seth. This man's being kind here. Like, look at this description. Hello guys, I did not have anything to do with Scott getting hacked. I just seen the username get voided and took it and will give it back to him when he is back. Thanks. Literally just holding their name so nobody can steal it.
That's good.
Like, honestly, good on you, Seth.
That name, I thought you were talking about something completely different.
Look, he's got a Pikachu profile pic. Everybody knows that Pikachu profile pics either means that you are the spawn of Satan or you are a nice guy. Thankfully, this guy's the latter. Anyway. What are we doing again? Right. Battles. I really hope that I don't sound too bad on chat. Like, I'm hopefully not drowning out everything. Man, I actually... Like, now I actually gotta double check this. Hang on. Hang on. Let me actually, like, listen to myself real quick. Oh god, it created a rift. Okay. Oh god, it created a rift. Okay. Oh god. Well, it's working at least. Note to self, don't do that again.
How did that go for you?
Yes. Anyway. Starting off with a... stealth rock play. Switches into Hitmonlee. Lionboy's gonna retaliate by putting out some sticky webs, right? Blaze is just gonna say no, and rapid spin, just get rid of him. But, again, don't fuckle with Shuckle. You can rapid spin all you want. He's not gonna stop. You Shuckle. He doesn't give a shit. Look, he's gonna encourage it. Oh, hang on. Family thing in the back. I will be right back, chat.
Could have just kept it going, and then we could have. Okay. You know, there's a term for what this is. It's called having co-coms when you go AFK.
Yeah, we exist. We are useful.
We are very useful when we give them the chance. Right now, we're just staring at a purple Pokeball fungus thing as an electric cable out of my back wire.
And Christmas tree Or the
And I'm
wired.
just here with background noises.
It happens.
Anyways, here's one wall.
Exactly. Just stare at the beautiful wall that we call a wonder.
So this matches are played in slow. There are multiple settings. But this is the slow setting.
This is the slow setting, and we're also in a desert wasteland.
And the Christmas tree has a rocky road ahead of him.
Yeah, who built a Christmas tree in the middle of like a rocky terrain like that?
Oh no, it lost all its leaves.
I was gonna say anyone down in Florida visiting Arizona, but sure.
By the way, which mushroom grows in, like, the desert?
I mean, I can't name anything off the top of my head, but I would imagine it would be more likely than you think, given mushrooms don't really need sunlight.
True, but they still need, like, a connection with one another. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, you probably
Like
wouldn't-
Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Sorry, just I never heard it compared that way, and now I can't unthink that. They're just a Wi-Fi extender getting connected to one another. I love how I can
And that's-
primarily hear his parents or parent in the background
I think that's him, yeah.
dealing with family issues. Yeah. I know. I just find it really funny that we're in the middle of this conversation, and all of a sudden we just hear someone like yell or something. Like, oh, like that.
Yeah. By the way, have you ever heard of this?
You're not in Hylian's background. Are we saying you're in?
Have you ever heard of the zombie mushroom? Or did
I have.
well, it's not a. It's a very interesting concept since it's literally just take control of a creature just so it can expand its roots.
Yeah.
Like,
It is very fascinating, but also very scary.
luckily enough, it only takes over bugs.
Yeah. Imagine if
And only ape creators are bugs amongst humanity. So, yes. Sorry, ape creators can't stop bugging me. And I'm getting voided again.
maybe if Hylian was still here.
I can make bad puns now.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I have nothing.
What?
Uh,
It'll probably fix itself. Alright. We're back. Sorry about that.
don't worry, you're
So,
co-host,
for context sake, today is my mother's birthday.
happy birth.
And so, you know, she got one of my aunts sent her a very lovely bouquet of flowers that was in a vase. And of course, leave it to Tyrone to knock that vase over when it was full of water on the dining room table and just ruin everything. You wanna know what the worst bit is? The worst bit is, that I was literally in the living room chilling not even 5 minutes ago before I went live, right? Literally went live less than, like, the timer's saying 33 minutes, but that doesn't factor in, like the actual setup time, so it's more like maybe 20, right? 20 minutes ago, I was literally just chilling in the living room, right? Just snuggling with Donut, as I do. Literally saw Tyrone, he was nowhere near the vase, right? Less than 20 minutes later, this happens. He knew. He waited.
He was staking,
waited for me to leave.
He was staking it out.
I can see the future. I'm
Yeah, the stake out of the always.
Oh, trying to drugs become a guy. Is the strongest in the universe, but still doesn't do crap.
I'm jealous. Can you make that a steak for two?
God damn it, Kevin. I actually completely forgot I had that alert.
Oh wait, it's not even translated into English. Bob. Feel free to encipher it.
I completely forgot that I had that alert. I'm not even sure, was that audible on stream?
I haven't muted, so I couldn't tell.
Same here, same here.
Hang on, I'm gonna quick. I gotta open a void. Open a void again. Sorry. Every now and again, I have no choice but to use my powers.
I can see the future.
Stop. It's expanding way too far. Expanding way too far.
Hey, it's the expansion pack. Hey, it's the expansion pack. Hey, it's the expansion pack.
Oh, so that's how the mutants are getting in the MCU.
Yeah,
This is just-
you guys weren't supposed to.
This
Yeah,
is just-
you guys weren't supposed to find out
Oh,
this
so
way.
you work at Pokemon Company because this is Sword and Shield. Expansion pack 1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
no, it was me the whole time.
Expansion pack 1, 2.
Yeah, no, it was me the whole time.
Hylian, what are you even trying to do?
Yeah, no, it was me the whole time.
Hylian,
I think he's trying to create a new universe. I think he's trying to create a new universe.
you could have just, run that alert. You could have just, run that alert. Alert box. Like,
I can see the future. Boo as a child. Reaches perfect form. Trying to
yes,
drugs
my
become a
favorite
guy.
Pokemon is Pokemon Sword times 7, Shield times 8. That's my favorite question in the map. Pokemon Sword times 7, Shield times 8. That's my favorite question in the map. There's gonna be like a 5-hour stream before we're all done with this. There's gonna be like a 5-hour stream before we're all done with this. Which was surprising to me that you chose it today.
I can see the future. Boo as a child.
Wait, what did you do?
Okay.
Trying to drugs become a guy.
Okay, we're good
just
now.
like dragging this out. That's how all three of us are in.
All right, void ripped over.
I'm gonna take this as a yes.
Okay, you guys were not supposed to find out that way that I was responsible for how the MCU was going to incorporate X-Men. Yeah, I'm sorry about
This
that.
couldn't be avoided. And I'm gone again.
You missed.
Back to the void I go.
You know what the funny part about that is? Earlier when you got up, he was talking about doing bad puns, and I was like, "Don't worry, you're not gonna get some of the void. He's on here because I don't really care that much." And
Oh yeah, that's true. We've never actually divulged into whether or not you inherited some of the void powers because of the mind blink.
But, well, not even just that, just the fact that I don't really mind the bad puns in comparison to you. But then he was like, "Oh, really?" And he was like rubbing his hands together, like on the mic and everything. And then he was like, "I got nothing."
In all seriousness, like, I don't actually give a shit about the bad puns. I literally just play up the reactions. Like, if you tell me a bad pun IRL, the most you'll get out of me is you'll probably get like a sigh or just like an eye roll. I literally play up the reactions because of stream.
Same here, same here.
Me three, I
Take
guess.
a swig of my Diet Coke, not sponsored. Unless, of course, Coca-Cola Company, you want to sponsor me, in which case, by all means, hit me up in the DMs, please.
They would probably want something that has more than 4 digits in their viewer rate.
I've got void powers, alright? I can mass distribute coke with a snap of my fingers, alright? People could literally just come home from work, right? And just see like a giant shipment of Coca-Cola just on their dining room table. They're just like, what the hell? How did that get here?
Right.
I can snap my fingers again, it's gone. I can snap it again, it just blips back in. It'd just be Schrodinger's Coke shipment. It both exists and doesn't exist at the same time. Please hit me.
And you snap your fingers again and get copyrighted by Disney.
It has a point.
Wait. Oscar. Look, you're my best friend. But I don't think I'm gonna eat you out. I'm gonna hope to God that was a typo. Anyway. Continue.
Okay, long.
Oscar, look. You're like a brother to me. I love you. I will never stop loving you. You're my best friend. But you've known me for nearly a decade at this point. You know I don't swing that way. Anyway. Buzzwell proceeds to go into substitute. And now it is time for you to find out why I said this still is not as scum as the mill tank.
How little that did.
Yeah. Obviously, Nightshade comes out, which honestly is surprising. Don't think I would have.
I mean, when you have Will-O-Wisp and you have recovery, it's kind of a good just way to get chip
I probably would have done Hex, to be honest.
Not a course a lot.
Why wouldn't you? It's stab and it gets the increased base power because of status.
Right, but that's still Corsola's special attack stat.
Special attack isn't that bad, right?
Below 70, I believe.
I thought Galarian Corsola had higher special attack.
Corsola does have high special
Oh, okay. Got the two mixed up then.
attack. Oh, and I'll check real quick, but I'm pretty sure they don't. Yeah, 65.
Ah, okay. I got the two mixed up. So obviously, this Buzzwole is just wreaking havoc.
Well, at this point, you would think, why is he doing this? Because like he's basically doing only like chip damage with the Buzzwole.
Right. But like again, that bit of chip damage, like that racks up.
No, it matters later. Yeah, no, I wasn't saying that. I more so said like the fact that he stayed in that long.
I think it's honestly just he probably just didn't see need to switch. You know, he's sitting behind a sub, right? He can tank any one hit for free. So he might as well just try to rack up some chip damage before the sub goes away.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. I'm more so.
Yeah, I'm going to chalk that up to he did not predict the switch at that point.
Yeah.
Obviously, him only comes in,
That's
then
weird.
switching this Piloswine, who exists solely to die, unfortunately.
Pork.
This poor piece of pork. It just keeps dying. Look at this.
That's just what happens when you try to make a pork card.
All right. Obviously, the Buzzwole comes back in now. I'm gonna have to do so much editing with this VOD.
Oh, trust me, there's a lot there already, even when you were up.
Actually, part of me just doesn't want to edit it, so that way I can like go back later and hear the shit that like I didn't hear.
You could just make it a
your room were kind of just going back and forth.
Because like the thing about that is, I don't normally get to experience that. As the one who is streaming, right? I'm normally there for everything that goes on during the stream, so it's very rare for me to have an experience where it's like, oh, I didn't even hear this.
Hope you can make it a separate video and farm views. Your YouTube algorithm, don't do it in January.
No, that's actual YouTube algorithm. It's just don't upload to January. January doesn't exist.
Yeah, basically.
Obviously, these foul plays, they're not doing anything to this Buzzwole.
Jeroen.
Yeah.
Why
Dude, are you
trying
like
to
undoing Velcro shoes?
No.
He sounds
Playing
like
with.
he's trying to escape a pickle jar.
He sounds
I
like
was just-
he sounds like he took a skateboard to like one of those like 360-degree like cement tubes or whatever,
Inside a pickle jar.
and then he like because he couldn't keep his balance when doing like a full 360-degree like pivot or whatever, right? He just decided to like Velcro his shoes to his skateboard, and it's just every time he ends up like upside down, right?
That wouldn't work.
Oh, I know it wouldn't, but it doesn't make it any less funny.
And that's how I became an ASMR artist. Da-da.
A man can dream, Clay. Yeah, I agree with Jack.
What did I even say? I said that you just sounded like he was in a pickle jar.
No, it was, you said like that wouldn't even work.
You agreed with me.
I do, but Jack said a man can dream.
And I'm not saying. Okay. Can we go back to this Buzzwole killing things, please?
Okay. Anyway, Drain Punch comes in. I imagine he was expecting to switch into Weavile.
I don't know why you would do that there, though.
I don't know either. Or maybe he just wanted to try to, you know.
Pretty sure that. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't know what to say.
You're rude. If you make it ASMR, then I can finally have some good shit to fall asleep to.
So Kevin's into ASMR. Got it.
Okay, my first piece will be throwing a brick against the wall.
You have like one of those ones that you tape against the wall.
No, I'm just imagining. I'm imagining like this dude just like he doesn't really understand the concept of ASMR, and so he just tries to like do random shit with just the gain of his microphone increased.
Well, I mean, I've got a few bricks over from building my house.
And you have
But
like
right here.
ASMR man repeatedly gets slapped across the face.
Shit, that was the second video. Okay, boys. Bring back the tuna. Take it back.
Oh, we're bringing that back, huh? We're bringing that picture back, huh? Hang on, I gotta find this. Oh, fine. Do I even have this saved on my computer anymore? I don't even think I do. I know I've got it saved somewhere.
Wait, are you talking about the image that Seba had on his background yesterday?
Yep.
Apparently it's in your DMs with him.
I don't even want to know how far I have to scroll up to find that.
I know. I just remember that was the one time we talked about it yesterday.
No, I know exactly where this is. Hang on.
Oh boy.
You guys don't need context for this one, but enjoy.
The sheer tenacity in his eyes should say everything.
This is the face of a man who's seen some shit.
Finland!
The best bit too is like this was me. It looks a little bit, you know, cropped, a little bit wonky just because of the resolution of the display window on OBS. But this was me before I lost a shit ton of weight. Like this was me back when I was still like 230 or so pounds, right? Take into account, I'm under 180 now, so yeah, I definitely look a little bit better. The best part is that when Seth first brought this picture back a few days ago, the thing that I don't think we even told Clay, I was wearing the same shirt that I was wearing in this image. It wasn't even intentional.
I mean, I would kind of hope not if you just kind of brought that out.
Yeah. I still say that my favorite part of this one is just violence, crude and sexual content, pervasive language, way too much fish.
So, you didn't answer my question earlier, but that's basically what this is turning into. You're going to stream this like 5 hours into whenever Wade gets here, and then we're just going to do change into that.
I mean, the original plan was just gonna go live a second time. That one might actually turn
one
into
of
that.
your own rules.
Also, I'm just gonna leave this one here. Hang on, let me turn off the webcam so you actually read the entirety of this one.
Isn't that against one of your rules, though? You used to be all over the whole thing of, like, streaming twice a day. Not streaming twice a day.
Sometimes, look, there's always a few exceptions to the rule. The context for this image is, I got bored.
Wait, I have inspiration now.
Long story short, when I get bored, I make shit like this in Photoshop. Then there was this one, too.
Why do you need a veto?
I don't know.
Like, of all people.
Just for some reason, I just was like, what's the most ridiculous face we can put over the Statue of Liberty? I know, Danny DeVito. Anyway, back to the thing we're supposed to be commentating over.
Honestly, at this point, the idea, like I said, the idea that you're just kind of stretching this out because...
Yeah. Long story short, hey, look, Buzzwell killed everything. Yay. Alright. Going back to next one. Oh, this one's a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, Sheldon has Alzheimer's. So we have Wade versus Spooks.
What was week 2 of Jack?
Let me see here.
I know, like, I remember the one that was like...
Jack fought Sev.
Ah, yeah.
Okay. So we'll start with music off here. Or start out with his Jolteon, you know, coming in against you know, this Nidoqueen comes in, just eats the Volt Switch, obviously, right? Swap into the Forsaken Roof. Stealth Rock comes in. Wade just proceeds to start bulking up, but Spooks is just gonna say, no, you're gonna switch out, you're gonna like it. With that Dragon Tail. Wade just says, no, I wanna bulk up. Switches back into Corviknight. At this point, Spooks sends out Calyrex. It proceeds to pivot. This is for a while in the Discord server. If you're in the Discord server, which if you're not, please join ! Discord. Wade has his name set to had his name set to U-Turn Man for a while. This match was why. So obviously, Finny died to 2 Wicked Blows. Yay, guaranteed crit moves. So
I hate it so much.
this wasn't just past week, huh? No, we are extremely backed up.
I was gonna say, we kind of 2 weeks went by without them.
This is weeks 2 through 4. We did a recap for week 1, and that was all.
I guess it was because given the holidays and all the drama that was around.
It was more so, it was like the holidays, just a few of the behind-the-scenes stuff, and just for on my end at least, there was a little bit of just a lack of motivation. Just was like, look, I just graduated college. All right, I need a little bit of time to myself.
Let me do what I want.
Exactly. I earned my diploma, damn it. So, obviously, White proceeds to roost up. Spooks pulls out the Blaze Kick on Glorian Zapdos. Eats a Brave Bird. Some pretty nice at, you know, that 8%. I'll live another. It's fine. But, you know, Pincer comes out. Wade proceeds to bring out the team mascot. Eats a close combat. Obviously, it just dies to a crit Stone Edge. I don't want to say the crit mattered on that, but you never know. I mean, it was Life Orb boosted, so plus it was quad weak. But yeah, sure enough, according to Swiss, you brought your turn on everything. You know, Dark Pulse comes out. We do get the flinch on Rhyperior at least. Now, do we get another? Nope. Stealth Rock comes in. That's the other thing too, is that I don't exactly remember everything that happened because like of how long ago these were. And this was obviously where the forfeit comes in because yeah, this is why Showdown had Alzheimer's. Half of Spook's sets for some reason just did not save.
Yeah.
Hey, Showdown. Fix your shit. Oh, and while you're at it, Showdown, there's a few of these Gen... Like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad we actually have Gen 8 models for a lot of the Mons now. But why are some of them so ridiculously off-center? You'll see what I mean in a few weeks, but there's a few of these models that just look like so off-center, it's ridiculous. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna show you a brief teaser for week 5, just because this is a perfect example of my point. Look, Regice has a horse now. Calyrex isn't the only one with the trusty steed.
My work has been done.
I don't know why this happens. Either way, go back to, obviously we did Wade's week 2. Here's another one. Sandy versus Kevin. There's a title of circus. I actually don't remember this one at all. I don't think I was actually spectating for this one. I think I was actually away. I think somebody else filled in data for this one.
Yeah, it seems about right. I just don't know who it was.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, based off
I'm just gonna make it off.
It was either you or Wade.
I'm just gonna make an offhand comment. The Bob Ross image gave me inspiration, and now it's in give me some images.
Oh god, hang on, I gotta see this.
That's amazing. Oh wait, no, I remember. I did that because I was in spectator call with him. Yeah.
All right. So, send in Cinderace versus this Poliwhirl. Obviously, Santa just decides to pivot straight up into Principal Skinner. Kevin sets up Rain Dance. Brings out Endeavor, which, good. Unfortunately, does get hit by the Toxic. Santa then proceeds to do a little bit of Scoundrel Protect. Kevin reveals Metronome, and Metronome's into Lava Plume, which is very unfortunate on all accounts. Try the luck again, getting the Dragon Breath. Okay, no Paralyze, unfortunately. Sandy says, I'm tired of these metronomes. Roars into a lighthouse, apparently. This is a very funny-looking lighthouse. And now there's also poison. Sandy, how are you poisoning inanimate objects? Obviously, you know, we get that nice agility boost. Sandy's proceeding to scout a little bit more. All right, get some intel. Also, you know, getting a little bit of HP back each turn in the process with those leftovers. Lighthouse is a great film. Fantastic film. Obviously, Bug Blows comes out, revealing the Throat Spray, which is honestly pretty That's some tech right there, actually. Some throat spray bug buzz. You know, it's just barely hanging him with a Suicune. Just progressively getting a little bit more healthy each time. He does not get the double protect, unfortunately. However, Skinner is going to take this Vikavolt out with him because of toxic damage. Cinderace comes back in against this Poliwhirl. Nice pivot kill just with U-turn. Send into Luxray. I don't think you see that my team is shift themed. Oh yeah, sure enough. The Keel, the Lighthouse, the Cook. Yeah, no, okay.
You know,
I see it
he
now.
didn't need his team. His whole team was just entire like boat slash like pirate kind of thing.
Metrodome Meteor Beam. Obviously, we whiffed the Play Rough, which is just unfortunate.
Kevin got that 2 for 2.
Yeah. I think what's funny was that he got a 2 for 2, and then he didn't actually manage to pull off the move on both accounts. Both times he died before the second turn.
Yeah, I just found it really funny.
Obviously, the ship itself decides to enter the field. Gets a crit with the Aqua Jet. Unfortunately, it's just gonna die to a single wild charge, and then Luxray's gonna die to recoil. And now, we have the Helmsman versus the world.
I will die with my ship.
And attract, because apparently we're doing that now.
I don't know how we got here.
Actually, hang on, I need to check something here. Did I ban attract?
He got it off Metronome.
Oh, he did. I didn't even see he got it off Metronome. And yeah, no, sure enough, I didn't. Okay. If I did ban attract, I would have like gotten rid of that because like, yeah, sure, I can see how that's annoying, but at the same time, it's also it's funny. All right, it's content. Also, yeah, no, Urshifu doesn't even get Metronome. He literally just straight up clicked attract.
Huh. Urshifu has a gender?
Yes. Urshifu has gender because Kubfu does. Kubfu is not, genderless. It's attract King's Rock. Oh my god. What is with you and King's Rock? Obviously, these
Apparently it's just this item.
no, Surging Strikes get that flinch because of the King's Rock. Please tell me flinches get a double flinch. Do we get a triple? Nope. Okay. Get the Cotton Guard. Full para, which is just unfortunate. Baton Pass? Okay. I was just expecting Cotton Guard Body Press. Another full para. Get into the Sandy, you didn't. Oh, Sandy, you cruel, cruel, cruel man. Sandy, you cruel bastard. All right. Moving right along. Mind Freak. And while we're at it, is that the... That is the last one for Week 2, is Mind Freak, okay.
To be fair, this will get faster because we don't have just, you know, we don't have many games.
Yep. Should have just tried for the flinch again with strikes. If you got it 3 times in a row, I would have just started clapping. Alright. So, we have, We have a burnt Scrimp versus Rupert, who dies to a single Stone Edge. Show of hands, is anybody even remotely surprised? Good, no hands are raised. That's what I thought. Alright. So, send into a Selgor, you know, against Chris Angel, who is now Trace Hydration. Unfortunately, whiffs the Zap Cannon. He switches. He does actually switch in Dragon Bolt on a very good turn. Dragon Bolt just eats the Bug Buzz for breakfast. The Assault Vest gets knocked off. Flamethrower comes out, nearly kills that Selgor from full, which just makes sense because Selgor is a frail boy. Thunderbolt, fortunately, just I assume Sev predicted a switch there, which just did not come into fruition. 1,000 Arrows gets rid of that Dragon Bolt. Psycho just barely lived that Draco Meteor too. Holy hell. The Goods! Who is now full parried. Barely lives a superpower from full. And then kills with the Ice Punch. There's the, Selgor comes in, finishes off the obstacle with Bug Buzz. The, boy himself, Grimmsnarl, comes in now. Ninetales and Lola gets swapped in. Seth proceeds to, you know, go for a Prankster Bulk Up. Triple Axle Ninetales. And it did a lot of damage, too. Unfortunately, Seth doesn't care because he's got Drain Punch. And he's a +1. That was... He gained a little bit of health back after you factor in Life Orb. But is it going to be enough to... Well, if he only hits the first hit of Triple Axle, yes, that will definitely be enough to live the next one.
I got chips.
Alright. Arctozolt comes in, finishes off Grimmsnarl with a Blizzard, because it's always special Arctozolt with this man. Magmortar comes in. That's a Digimon reference that I do not understand. So, obviously, there's Lava Plume. Checked comes in, so no damage there. So clearly, this is some very good logic on Check's part. Look, you can see the Gyarados is red. It's already been cooked. It's burnt already, right? So, not only is it going to be resistant to being cooked a second time, but it doesn't have to worry about being burned. It's already been burned. Look, it's literally in the name. It's flawless logic, really. Anyway. As you can see, Earthquake comes in, it does a shit ton of damage. But unfortunately, even cooked food is not vulnerable to being struck down by lightning. I observe and I respond, what can I say? Fair enough. Of course it was Quick Claw. Why wouldn't it be? Lava Plume finishes off the Selgor. Obviously, Mega Sceptile comes onto the field now. Finishes off Zam with a Dragon Pulse. Sev has no choice but switching to Zam, though, which does mean he traces Lightning Rod, so, rip Boltbeak. So, Leaf Storm, Chris Angel barely lives. He does kill Sceptile the following turn. Arctozolt comes in, and it is now limited. Focus Blast, bam. Chris Angel is the GOAT. So, moving right along into week 3. RN Jesus strikes again. This was myself versus Blaze. The hell? Okay, so as you can see from Team Preview, I guess Clefable also is now riding Wheezing. Why does everybody just have like a Wheezing as a means of transportation?
I don't know.
Anyway, as you can see, Blaze more or less brought the team I was expecting. That's why I brought the team I did. There was another reason as well that I brought this, which was like up at this point, Blaze was notorious for bringing quite a few blatantly stall sets. So you know what? Gotta fight fire with fire. This was the beginning of just the chaotic arc for me in the league, because I had a personal rule at this point where I made a rule to myself that I would never bring Clefable and Ferrothorn on the same team at any week. I had to break that rule for this week. Yeah. This was me unhinged. So, obviously, we start out with Dimmadome. You Batman breaking rules, huh? Hey, it was never an actual hard rule for the league. That was a personal rule I set for myself. It's a different situation. So, right now it's just switch wars off the bat, right? Tapu Koko comes in. I'm gonna just calm mine up with Clefable because he can't Oko me with Coco. So of course he's gonna have to switch another time. I'm just gonna do some chip damage with Moonblast on whatever he switches into. I swap into Robocrop. Steel, you can still turn yourself in. I didn't break any laws. I broke a personal rule I set for myself. I didn't break any law. Anyway, Stealth Rock comes in. I whiff the Leech Seed. Why do I keep whiffing this? Anyway, not that it really matters too much, because he's gonna switch anyway. Broke your own law? No. I broke my own personal rule, not a law. This was not enacted by a government. It was not a governmental decree. It was not ever an officially acknowledged or written piece of legislature. It was a personal rule that I made for myself. It was no different than somebody playing a Nuzlocke. It is not a real rule. Anyway, I protect Scout. You reveal Psychic Veins, which was interesting to say the least. Like, the real reason I protected there was, this is heavy duty boots, by the way, so no hazard damage. The real reason I protected there was because I was fully expecting Flare Blitz. And so, I kind of want to make something like my Void Travel document for this bit. Meh. The real reason why I protected at that point was because, I was fully expecting Fire-type stab from this, and I literally protected that turn solely to reduce the PP of Flare Blitz if it was Flare Blitz. Regardless, he reveals Morning Sun, which not sure why he did that, but okay. Swapping a Raichu, I opted to set up a D-Dance with the Halterman here, and now I just sort of kill everything. Live with 1 HP. Proceed to kill the Weavile with dual Wing Beat. Just getting more Moxie boosts. Swaps into Arcanine. He does kill me with Extreme Speed here, which is fine. Mance did his job. I swap into the Albino Namekian Dog. Make a Swampert enters the field. Loses a little over half because of 1,000 arrows. Fortunately, it's barely going to live the second one because Mega Swamper's a bulky boy. Gets a crit with the waterfall. I proceed to switch into Ferrothorn because he can't do anything versus this with Swampert. He'll die. So he switches into Arcanine, obviously. I set back up Leech Seed. I believe I click Protect again this turn, just trying to bait it out. Proceeds to Morning Sun again. So at this point, I swap into Galarian Wheezing, obviously neutralizing gas, so, you know, no more Intimidate. Or at least versus this thing, nothing matters, it's a special attacker. He finally reveals Flare Blitz. Nothing matters, because I'm physically defensive. Switches in Batang. I proceed to Defog in order to get rid of these rocks off my side of the field, so that way I could safely bring in Zard. He sets back up the Stealth Rocks, but obviously that doesn't matter to me anymore. He brings up Arcanine. I'm special, obviously, so that doesn't mean anything to me. Mega Evolve, Droughts here, activate Scorching Sands, it's dead. Then, obviously, you know, this is going to just die to a Light Breeze, so I decided to be overkill. Coco comes in. It's gonna outspeed. I barely live here. Before anybody tries to call out, you know, just dumb luck, this was bulky Zard Y. I was modest with max special attack, max HP. And I did that solely so that way I could live a Thunderbolt from full. This was literally the reason why I ran bulky Zard Y. There was no outspeeding Coco. I did this solely to be able to live a Thunderbolt for full. So, obviously Scorching Sands comes in. And that's the end of the fight. Also, I'm sorry about what I put in GIFs, memes, images. I need to have a talk with me brain after the stream. Oh god, what did you do? I don't want to ever see that again. Why is everybody being so quiet? I don't like this.
I was eating potato chips. No, the whole ASMR thing.
Clay, what's your excuse?
Well, I tried to do that. But apparently trying to potato chips at the wall didn't work.
Clay, if you're talking, we can't hear you. I'm just gonna assume that he knows we can't hear him, and we're gonna keep going. So,
Next battle.
next battle, we have Clay versus Wade, appropriately called U-Turn Wars. We all know full well why.
Alright, I'm back.
Ah, welcome back. Just in time to watch U-Turn Wars.
Oh, perfect. And potato chip crunching in my ear.
I'm so scared to play the Clay this week. Oh, I'm terrified to fight Clay. Just because of that stupid Ditto. Anyway. We start off with Insane versus Urshifu. And you know, here's U-turn number 1. Swaps into throw blow. Here's U-turn number 2. Swapping into Mantine.
Captain Scarlet.
Obviously, we set up a tailwind. Swap into Corviknight.
I couldn't do nothing. He had Iron Head, and then he just taunted the other 3 moves away.
Taunted. We and have burnt toast. Gets hit by Iron Head a little bit. Hard swap back into Mantine. U-turn number 3. Take some Rocky damage from that one.
Yeah, because did you know the battle gave the Rocky Helmet to Mantine?
Yeah, apparently. So, correctly swapping in that Celix. Did not get toxic today. Hard pivot into Slowbro. Clay then proceeds to set up a Rock Polish. Hard pivot back into Mantine. Here comes the Scald. Oh, hey, look, here's Water Absorb. That's a thing that exists.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot that Mantine even got Water Absorb.
It made it such a good ult mod.
Yeah.
And then also the buffs that it also. Besides Pelipper, Mantine was also a mod that got buffs in its stat distribution
Oh, yeah.
from Gen 7.
Yeah, it got quite a few stat buffs, Gen 7. I actually completely forgot that Mantine had Water Absorb. So,
Yeah.
that's something I was a little confused. I was like, wait, why did you say Mantine? And then I saw that. I was like, oh, that's why.
Well, no, that just because of the fact that Mantine, even without Water Absorb, can wall that thing.
Swaps into Incin. Wade proceeds to use a Future Sight, which obviously Incin's not going to care about that. Gets hit with Skull. Can't get burned, though, because Fire type. Swaps into Urshifu. Gets hit with a Flare Blitz. Clay barely lives, and thankfully takes the Future Sight attack.
That was the whole reason why I kept it in. 'Cause I didn't want to,
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't
You're
want
immune
anything
to
else
it, so might as well just keep it in. Swaps into Hitmontop. Wait, proceeds to swap back into Slowbro. A little bit of chip damage with that Mach Punch. Swaps back into Incin. I'm assuming solely just to, like, sack it at that point. Unfortunately, teleport happens. Pivot move number 4. into Dainbow Rash. Then proceeds to high horsepower this.
It did a really solid
Steelix
chunk.
hard swap into Slowbro. Gonna get hit with this heavy slam. Of course, not gonna do a whole lot because, well, it's Slowbro.
Yeah.
Swaps back into Incin. Clay's just really trying to sack this thing at this point, I think.
I am, but at the
And
same
then
time, it's
here's
like,
pivot move number 5.
that just ends up dying because, you know, the Rocky Helmet joined the dark side.
I just like to think of it more as like it's a lightsaber situation at this point.
Yeah. Well, if Leomon wasn't mad before, he's definitely mad now.
Yep. So, you know, gets taunted upon switching back into this Mantine. You know, throwing out a Scald. Mantine takes the Future Sight attack because, you know, it's Mantine. It's a bulky boy. Ever heard
why I
about
just
Pivot Planet 419? Yeah, it's not fun there.
I was just trying to get a burn on this thing. Because even though it's not as beneficial as the Toxic, I can't really do that.
You missed the one where you absolutely obliterated Blaze on every possible level. No, I played that one already.
That you missed.
That was the first week 3 match we've played. No, I'm talking about Lionboy because he was asking about how many battles. Oh, okay.
That's what...
Okay. And I didn't see Lionboy's message in chat. That's my bad. So, obviously, got some Roost, got some Scald. Then, hard swap into Jolteon while Spooks calls Wade out on his shit. Hard swaps back into Slowbro. Gets hit with another heavy slam. Honestly,
That
still
would,
doing
like-
a respectful amount of damage for slow bro, all things considered.
It's not enough.
I realized it was too late after the point of the battle. I realized I had no way to chip this slow bro enough to where Steelix could do what he wanted to do. It was double dance Steelix. I never really, actually no, I did get to show that off because he was struggling to kill me at the end.
Clay swaps into Ditto. Takes a wild charge, just like a boss.
Well, that's the problem.
Takes a
it's
future
like-
sight, like a boss. Now it's going to tie to another wild charge, though.
Yeah, that was
Like a boss.
I couldn't really afford the future set on anything else.
Slurpuff comes in. Special Slurpuff gets revealed with this Calm Mind. And Corviknight just... What do you have for a special Slurpuff?
The weeks are going by like week at a time. We're going through them like all the different ones by week. So no, we're not doing all by one.
So obviously, you know, Damonte tries to use Toxic, but whips it. Hate to see it happen. Drainy
That
just comes
didn't really
in.
matter. But
Yeah, not really, but T-Bolt, Citrus Spirit goes off, so that one Burden's activated.
I'm just so sad Slurpuff doesn't get like disarming voice. I wanted to run disarming voice.
Road spray?
Spray, Calm Mind.
Oh, that would have been fucking incredible.
I didn't need the fairy stab. I only really needed an Urshifu. Everything else I had coverage for. Thunderbolt and
Yep.
Psychic took care of.
Which, unfortunately, even Mantine's not going to be able to tank a wild charge. Things quad weak. I mean, if it was at full, it might have been able to tank one, but unfortunately it was not. Clay proceeds to Iron Defense.
I was just showing my double dance.
Yep. There's another Iron Defense. Wade finally Mega Evolves the Slowbro. Gets hit with a body press. Nice! Almost a third of its HP, though. Like, that's definitely respectable damage.
That one, it kills you back.
Nah, you know what? Sometimes it just happens.
The Slowbro either had to be gone, or I had to have good enough chip even with Regenerator to be able to...
Yep. Future Sight comes in. Wade's just toying with him at this point.
And yeah,
Gets a
I can't-
crit burn on top of it with the Scald. Like, this is just
I'm already just
insult to-
lying.
insult
I'm
to
already
injury.
lying in the casket.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
already lying in the casket.
stop it, he's already dead.
Yeah, that's
All
good.
right.
I should have prepped more for Ditto shenanigans.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun one. Hey, Sandy wasn't at elf practice this week. Or to be more accurate, Sandy was late to elf practice. This is what happens when you're late to elf practice. This fucking Haunter. Gets me every time. It's obviously... Skinner comes in, gets leftovers knocked off, proceeds to substitute. Tyler would like everybody to know that he likes turtles. So, obviously, Curse comes in.
Okay, this isn't good.
More Curse from the Suicune. Gets roared out, though, into Decidueye. Honestly, not a terrible thing to get forced into on Sandy's half. Except it is when Dark Pulse happens, except Colbur Berry. Just like, but that Colbur Berry, it just ate that up. Now, Cobalion comes in, the balloon's gonna get popped, but Justified does get procced. Then Heart swaps back into Decidueye, tanks that Aura Sphere.
You didn't even name
Obviously.
it.
What do you mean?
Look at Balion.
Oh, he named it. It's named Cobalt.
Oh. Okay, I see why that happened. Okay.
your brain just probably automatically like register that as Cobalion.
Well, it was more so because like I saw the Cabalion stuff, and so I was like, I read over it thinking it was Cabalion. I didn't see
No,
it
fair
was
enough. Fair enough. I know Vibranium comes in, gets hexed. Bomb proceeds to start, sticky webbing up. Saying he's gonna take the opportunity to heal. Back to full now. Rabombi gonna respond by setting up some Calm Minds. Default comes in, so those webs are gone now. Tyler, instead of putting up the sticky webs again, is just gonna continue to Calm Mind, but now it's toxic, so this thing's on a timer now. Tyler just doesn't care though.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah. And obviously, this thing is about to die. Baton passes into Lele. Lele is now toxic. And ladies and gentlemen, Sandy was not at elf practice. Enjoy! I'm just gonna let this speak for itself.
There should be some epic music under this. Like Jingle Bells.
It's a little late for that now.
Also, I don't think I qualify Jingle Bells as epic music.
I didn't hear any.
I mean, it's elf practice.
I
You
don't
can't
think I
get
would
more hardcore than
consider-
Jingle Bells.
I don't think I would consider Jingle All the Way to be epic music. I cannot imagine people fighting to Jingle All the Way.
I mean, if they're elves.
Only at elf practice. You would know that if you were at elf practice.
I'm Jewish. Why the fuck am I going to elf practice?
Because you're short.
Because you're a high roll.
I'm 5'9". I'm
I'm
average
6'2".
Okay, better.
I'm
better
6'2".
answer. You're a Hyrulean, or whatever they're pronounced in the.
What, I'm a Hylian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are elves.
No, they just have elf ears. That doesn't make them elves.
They're elves.
No, they're not. They're Hylians. If they were elves, they would be called elves.
Okay, so let me tell you this. If I grabbed that picture and showed it to anyone around here that has probably no idea what a video game is, they'd be like, yeah, that's an elf.
Okay, well, that's just racist.
No, it's because elves hold more precedence than the Hylian.
Yeah, and that's just race elitism, and that's not okay. We as a society should be trying to correct this. That's just elf supremacy.
Elf makes a very good argument. Were you at fairy practice then?
No, because Hylians aren't fairies.
So they are elves.
So they are elves. You just admitted it. Just accept the point and move on.
No, I will not accept the point. Move on. We're just gonna sit here for the next 5 hours.
Well, don't worry. I'm gonna get my stream open.
Okay, fine. I still actually need to do a little bit of grinding anyway. But
So they make presents for the Easter bunny. Gotcha.
Jeroen, I've already told you I'm Jewish, not even 5 minutes ago. Why the fuck would I be celebrating Easter?
I don't know. It's a joke. But I is Jewish then?
You can't.
I need a minute to just compose myself. I hate you so much. Which is why I'm gonna take so much pleasure in this next replay. Jeroen's playing chess, but Lionboy's playing checkers.
I got robbed. I got robbed hard.
Really
Nah,
get
nah, this
robbed.
was deserved now. So, we see this Volcanian versus Asbestos.
Wow, we
you know,
skipped.
get you turned into a Milotic. You know, Flamethrower comes in. Milotic reveals Flame Orb, which obviously means it is Marvel scale. Sets up cover here.
It's not setting up, that's just gaining your life force back.
Your life force. Anyway, pivot turn into into the Ninetales here. You know, Sun gets set up. Jeroen's gonna pivot back into T-Tar. This is just Weather Wars now. Gonna go back into Milotic. Jeroen's gonna respond by swapping into Araquanid. Milotic's gonna recover. You know, Jeroen's gonna... 1 second. What's up? I'll do one better. Here, plus all the driver heads you could possibly want. Well, I mean, it's for repairing tech products, so...
I can now say that I got robbed this match. I got robbed.
All right.
Nothing
Going-
happened.
Getting back into it. Have swapping to Mr. Rhyme. Hit with a weather ball in sand, which is honestly, that's just some tech right there.
I mean, it was for also his son too.
Also for Sun, but still.
That's primarily the reason. Giving fire coverage on that would be really nice.
Swaps into Pile of Swine, which obviously just gonna eat this freeze dry like no tomorrow. Jeroen's gonna, hard swap into Araquanid, and Lionboy's gonna capitalize on that, setting up some rocks. Liquidation comes in. Right. Not gonna do a whole much. The Akinator has now entered the field. He's gonna try to guess what this Milotic really is. Will it be successful?
I love that name, by the way, Jeroen.
Thank you.
It is such a good name.
I am naming all my tornadoes that after this. Because, like, that slayed me. It's like, oh my god, he really is just the Akinator.
Yeah, it's in the same pose and everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's 100% Akinator. Obviously, weakness policy Aegis Slash. The hell do you have now, right? Just Shadow Sneak comes in. It did its job. Can die now at this point, right? And now, here comes the Buzzwole. The thing that everyone is terrified of. Set up a... I'm sorry, it's really fucking funny seeing Kevin just chant Buff Daddy in Twitch chat at the same time, in the Showdown chat.
This is the battle of the
this.
substitute teachers.
This is fucking funny. So, Jeroen's just gonna keep trying to get rid of these substitutes, and Brian realizes he's just up a shit creek without a paddle, so swaps into Ninetales. I feel like I've seen this trade happen before. This time, we're getting a Mega Evolve. Ryan misses the Hypnosis, gets hit with an Aerial Ace, which I did not expect.
Wait. That wouldn't have even worked.
How would that not have worked?
Does it bypass the fact that it's a dark type?
Yeah, Hypnosis does not care about typing.
Okay.
So there's There's with number 2 on Hypnosis. Mystical Fire, just to finish off this Mr. Rhyme. The Arachnid comes in with number 3. Gonna switch into Milo
You
Tick.
are very stuttering. Just be glad I'm not streaming, otherwise I wouldn't have control over what gets clipped and what doesn't.
I swear to God. Look, as long as I don't have another fucking Wibs moment, okay?
You've had some.
Huh.
You've had some, it's more so just like no one's commented on them because of the fact that we have so much to do for this.
Yep.
So it's not worth it.
Obviously,
But the
Volcanion
moment
comes
you
in.
say one that is worth it, just know.
Volcanion's gonna hide behind a sub, right? But that was not a good use of recover, honestly. I would not have recovered from that range. Regardless, Earth Power.
Did you win this game?
Yes, this Spadef drop. Now, here comes another Weather Ball. And then, of course, this pile of swine exists solely to die. So, I think we all know what's going to happen here. Look, it can't ever break the substitute. This
That's
poor,
what happens when you get a dirt buggy and you expect it to be a car.
this poor pile of swine. But unfortunately, Ryan decided to mail some asbestos. See, there's the asbestos in action. There's the paralysis. Gotta get hit by the flamethrower.
I love
but,
the fact that he was the infiltrator for that.
Yeah, he was, which was honestly just hilarious. Also, you hate to see that happen. Gets hit by flamethrower, focus sash, but then burned, so it doesn't even matter.
I still think Scald is the worst way to go, because then you resist it, and it's just, ugh.
The Scald also is a terrible way to go, but like this, you hate to see happen. Like, you literally run focus sash solely to be able to tank something like this, right? And then the 10% chance just says no, right? You hate to see that happen. Regardless, here you see me freaking out because of Infiltrator. Scorching Sands. It had Endeavor, of course it did. So, obviously here comes
Wait,
the buzz.
that would have been disgusting.
Well, I mean, it's a Whimsicott. And
No, like, with Infiltrator, that should bypass
it does.
stuff. Yeah, so he would have literally had the
It
thing
would have
behind
absolutely
himself
been
with 1
disgusting.
HP.
Yep.
That would have been awful.
Like-
That's ew.
Infiltrator just ignores Substitute always with any move. It's not only status moves, so that would have just entirely bypassed.
That's gross.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
go
think-
wash my hands.
So, obviously, we've gotten 2 full paras on this Volcanion. Meanwhile,
Did they have any
Ryan's
soap?
just,
I dumped it out with kerosene.
Ryan's just constantly going to town with these drain punches. Gets hit with a flamethrower, but substitute, so not gonna matter. Just gonna save an opportunity to set up another sub. Gets hit with another flamethrower. Also, I want to call attention that for a while, every time he clicked Drain Punch, paralyzed. So, no substitute, disable flamethrower. At this point, I think we can all tell what Ryan's trying to do. He's literally trying to time a substitute with the full para. Because that's just his win con right now. Does not have a lot of substitutes left. He's got one more substitute left in him. It is literally down to the wire on this. And
it makes it even worse.
he doesn't get it. But we do know he does still outspeed, so obviously he's going to go for a crit drain punch, and guess what happens?
This shouldn't have happened. Like, at all.
It's funny every time. You hate to see it, but it's funny every time.
I'm with you. I'm more so in the camp of, like, this was just cruel. Like, I get
And
you
it
missed
doesn't
hypnosis,
even
but that's
stop
a 50%
there.
accuracy move.
So now he gets another sub in him, right?
Oh boy, let's see. Let's count him up, all right?
Obviously, gets him another flamethrower. He's just not having good luck with these substitutes. So here's another drain punch. Oh hey, look!
No, that's, oh boy, look at that. That's twice now. That's twice he could just kind of, lefties recover, could just do it
another
again.
substitute, and he finally gets the full pair on a substitute. Then he reveals Roost on top of it, which that was just no. And then another full para.
I mean, he also had Roost in the other match, so.
I'll say it was very similar.
It was drain punch. Sub's gonna go away due to flamethrower. But
Yeah.
this Buzzwole is no longer on the brink of death. And unfortunately, this Volcanion very much is. So much so that Jeroen swaps into a Rakudid, who then gets crit drain punched. On switching. This Buzzwole is now back to full health. Sub's gonna be able to tank the liquidation. It's not gonna do enough to break the sub. Buff Daddy's gonna drain punch, get another crit. So it's just gonna break. This is just ridiculous at this point.
Like, normally I would be like, oh yeah, you missed 3 hypnosis. Problem with that, hypnosis is 30% of
50.
60%? 50?
It's either 50 or 60, one of the two.
I'm pretty sure it's 60 because Dark Boy's 50.
Yeah. 55, but yeah.
Like, it's actually just to the point where
Yeah, no, because Dark Boy got
hypnotically-
nerfed so bad that it's less accurate than Hypnosis.
yeah.
Like, it's
And
actually
just
so
over-
bad that you don't see even Darkrai running Darkwood anymore because you just see him running Hypnosis because it's
And it
just
was
more
such
accurate.
a simple fix. Just make it
What?
so it doesn't apply
Yeah.
to other Pokemon.
You didn't need to do both the non-applying and the accuracy reduction. That was just not needed. Just one or the other. In fact, I would honestly just say the accuracy
It was needed.
wasn't needed.
Just, it literally all it boiled down to was the fact that Smeargle was using it.
Exactly. The problem with Dark Void in Gen 6 was that it wasn't even because Darkrai had access to it. It was because Smeargle had access to it. That was the issue. Literally all you could have done, all you needed to do was give the same property as Hyperspace Fury so that only Darkrai was capable of using the move. And that would have fixed the entire issue. The accuracy reduction was completely unnecessary. Regardless, here comes, more drain punches from this Buzzwole. The Araquanid is now dead. Gets a Beast Boost increase. Volcanion comes back in. He wants revenge. He's gonna be able to tank a drain punch. Gets full parried. Another drain punch. The Volcanion is now dead. These 3 dots accurately somehow probably 95% of everybody else in the league's reaction to this battle. We send in Mr. Rossetti. Alright. Ironhead comes in, does not get rid of the substitute. Ryan, thankfully, saved his game, so Rossetti can just go away.
By the way, it was Mold Breaker for my Logic, so it would bypass Morphle Skill.
Yep, makes sense. And now, finally, we have a Clash of Titans. Never mind, it was not a clash. 54 turns. God. Alright. Moving
By the way,
right along.
we skipped the battle between me and Spooks. Oh wait, it's here.
No, wait. Oh, you're right. That was a week 4 battle. Because the fucking bye week. Alright.
I thought you did it on purpose.
Nope. It's fine. Just know that that one was a week 4. Moving right along, back to the week 3s. We have showdown bullshit. Which this is just what tells you right now. Showdown does not like spooks.
He has only one of the. Wait, I'm gonna say that after the battle.
No, go on.
Oh, it's spoiler for the battle. Content, my guy.
Alright. So we have Calrex putting behind the substitute. Sets up an agility. Alright. Jeroen's gonna opt for Leech Life. Going to get rid of the substitute, obviously. Why wouldn't it?
Pretty sure that would have broken Cellophase.
Oh, absolutely. Baton passes into Gardevoir, who now has Water Bubble. Lives the liquidation from full, albeit barely. Then proceeds to Mega Evolve. Does a little more than half damage with Thunderbolt, but Jeroen's Citrus Berry procs. And he finishes off Gardevoir with the Leech Life.
I think there's a commentary bias. We went
Wait,
straight
hang
from
on.
Ebert.
This is a DQ.
No,
No, he
Wait,
only
no, it's
baton
not.
pass speed. No,
Jack, you
only
can
speed.
baton pass speed as long as you didn't pass any other stats with it, which he didn't. Like, the ruling was just you're not allowed to baton pass speed with other stat boosts at the same time. So if he had gotten something like, say, an Ancient Power boost, he would not have been able to baton pass that.
God, I was terrified that I did something that caused DQ.
I was about to say, I was like, wait, what happened in this segment? Because like, it just all seemed fine to me.
Yeah. No, that was fine because it was just the speed that got baton passed and no other boosts. So that is actually like completely following our rule. Regardless, Thunder Punch comes in. Rakuten is dead. The Sylveon enters the field. Colossal's just gonna tank a Hyper Voice for breakfast, doesn't care. Volcanion comes in. Spook's gonna set up some hazards, swap into Die!
And
I mean, in
It did.
Spook's defense, he didn't specify what would die.
it's my defense.
It might have implied the Volcanion was supposed to be the one to die, but he didn't outright say which one was supposed to.
Anyways, here's Wonderwall.
And, Rotom comes in, doesn't care about Earthquake, why would it, right? Jeroen's gonna set up a Reflect. He avoids a Gunk Shot, sets up a Light Screen. Shadow Ball comes in. Why do I keep saying comes in?
You need to get a better vocabulary.
I'm not good at commentating things. Why do I keep commentating things?
I don't know.
Good question.
Somebody else needs to take this job, please. Anyway.
Try and commentate it like an auction man.
Yeah,
are.
believe it or not, If I was no, if I really wanted to do
No,
that,
don't.
I
No,
feel
we're not
like I'd
going down.
actually
We're
do a
not.
better
No,
job of that.
No.
I actually should do a better
Nope.
job at speaking when I speak ridiculously
Nope.
fast.
No.
Do it.
No.
25, 25, 55, 50, 55, 55, 40, 45, 45, 45,
I'm
45,
just
45,
saying
45, 45,
See how
45,
lucky
66,
you are.
65, 65, 70, 75, 75, 75. Oh, that's
I'm a
75, 80.
Hylian.
Go 80. Go once, go twice, going 3 times. Sold to the man in the back of the blue coat.
Oh god.
I was born in Texas. What did you expect?
A47. They still suspect nothing.
Anyway.
We can't hear you in that one, right?
Wait, what?
Why do you say it?
I hate you, Clay. I love how every time I say that, I look directly to my right as though like you're actually like in the same room, just off camera.
Jeroen said it. I was like, Jeroen.
As soon as you said day 84, I was like, wait a minute. I was actually about to check Discord and then Jeroen spelled it out. Anyway. We have
Don't die on us, please.
Akinator comes in, trying to figure out what the fuck is this like weird abomination? Like it's not a Celebi, what is it? But
You know, the more I've seen this mon, the more it just looks like they took Celebi's head, expanded it by 4 in Photoshop, and then dragged down its legs and then squished the legs.
honestly, yeah.
And then also they put a collar around him too.
The worst bit too, and like I've never said this to Spooks' face. Spooks has told me like, oh, I've got plans for this Cowverse. It's like, what plans? This is literally worse Celebi in every way.
You drafted Celebi.
Like, this is literally worse Celebi. In every way.
Yes, but at the same
Also-
time, Calyrex does do something. Like, I think there's a certain stat combination that Calyrex could do in comparison to Celebi.
How? Calrex
Because
literally
Celebi doesn't get a specific move.
Okay.
Like,
Because I was like, if it's just stats, there's no way. Because Celebi literally has base 100 stats across the
no,
floor.
I didn't mean in terms of like stats. I mean like in terms of stat boosting for baton passing.
Oh, okay. So I was about to be
But no,
like,
I actually think it's other reason besides that.
because I was about to like, because Celebi has base 100 across the board, whereas Calrex has base 100 HP, and then base 80 in everything else.
Where is it?
Literally just worse Celebi. Not to mention it has a vastly worse ability. Like, I would take Serene Grace over a Nerf any day of the week.
It doesn't natural cure, but yeah.
Even Natural Cure. I would take Natural Cure. I was mixing it with Jirachian abilities, but I would take Natural Cure over a Nerve any day of the week.
Well, you could keep going. I'm gonna figure out what it was.
Anyway,
Here's one
Spook's
wall.
gonna set up agility. Jeroen will also set up agility. Gotta go fast. Spook's gonna hide behind a substitute, like coward.
Who was trying to mislead the Akinator.
Gets hit with an air slash. He's gonna set up another agility. Jeroen also is gonna set up another agility. This is just a competition of who's faster at this point. So he's gonna set up another substitute. Hit with
Honestly, if
another
this
air
get-
slash. Baton passes into Colossal, the fastest Colossal you've ever seen, and it's dead. Then, oh hey, look, it's a crit air slash.
Okay, comment on that crit.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, even if that wasn't a crit, Drudgan would have died at that range. It's just funny that it was a crit. That was just insult to injury. Air slash nearly Okos the Zapdos. And now the Zapdos is now at 2% health after that life orb recoil, which of course means he's gonna die to another air slash. And now, we have Calyrex versus the world. Will Worst Celebi finally earn the right to be called by his actual name? No. No, it won't. Why would you ever think that it had the right to be heard of that? I'm beginning to think that there was a reason why the world forgot about Calyrex in the lore, and that's because Celebi just did its job better.
Yeah. The only thing I could find, and I remember us talking about it.
I should wait and check one other thing. No, never mind. The only thing that Calyrex gets that Celebi doesn't is stored power.
Calyrex is literally just skinny Diggersby who so happened to be a vegan.
But pretty much everything that Calyrex gets, Celebi gets, that's the only move, really.
Let's see. Moving right along, there is one more week 3 match.
Oh boy.
Oh wait, no, I did find another difference.
So,
Hey, hold on, real quick, sorry. I want to say this before I close up this page. Calyrex has a lot more supporting moves in the case of like, actually wait, no, never mind, because it doesn't get heal bell, so I just traded heal bell for, I don't get this mon, this mon makes no sense.
exactly. Exactly.
They gave it a less Celebi moveset, and they just threw in stored power because they felt bad, I guess.
It's just diet Celebi.
I rest my case. It's worse Celebi. No.
Well, it always will be,
if,
but I'm just saying, like, I
and-
thought there was something, but...
Bold of you to assume that Calyrex had any form of originality.
That's stored power.
Oh boy, it has stored power with base 80 stats.
I mean, what if you're like a +3 special attack due to Calm Mind passing? I mean, that could get
Except
pretty
it's
high.
not gonna matter when it dies to a single U-turn.
Same thing goes with
I mean,
Celebi.
Celebi, yeah, okay, Celebi also has that issue. Celebi at least can, like, you know, put in a bit more damage than Calyrex before it kicks the bucket, though.
I mean, we need to think about it. If you Calm Mind with both a Celebi and a Calyrex, Calyrex will end up getting stronger just because of stored power as a concept as a move. Because Celebi's only move that would be like strongest psychic move would be psychic. I guess technically expanding force.
I was about to say, expanding force is right there.
Yeah, but you have to have psychic terrain up for that, which
Just run it next to Lele.
okay. But even ×2, that doesn't compete with the stored power of like 6+.
You're right,
move.
but it also doesn't need to because it will get the job done just as well.
Tomato, tomato.
It, like, both moves would just Oko at that point.
Tomato, tomato.
Anyway, so there was
Have you ever
actually...
seen a blue tomato?
Sorry, what?
Have you ever seen a blue tomato?
The fuck's a blue tomato?
The Sonic 3 opening.
Oh, God damn it! Just remember, Sonic Spinball never happened. Steps outside, Sonic Spinball exists. No! Anyway, so, there was actually at least one DQ that happened this week.
Oh really? Tell me more about it.
Like, see, it all started when this bird called Thanksgiving...
Well, it all started with, you know, Showdown again having amnesia.
Anyway. Jack's out here trying to get high with greenhouse gas. He's making a wish for more weed for Christmas, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. Sableye just fucking dead.
Be like that.
Just wish Steel Beam. The fucking strat. Trick Room gets set up. Interesting play. This is Sogor is now a slow boy, except it's not. Min speed, room service, a Selgor. Mind equals blown. So banking on Metronome to give something for Kevin here.
Oh yeah.
Next, we're gonna switch into Ogia board. Pretty sure this was pretty sure the I goes before the Yang Ouija, and I don't know. Maybe that's right. Maybe that's right. I don't give a shit. Either way, Spiritomb. I meant to baton pass to the Spiritomb. Fair enough. Brain short-circuited. Poltergeist comes in. Why do I keep saying that? Metronome's into Sky Attack. Trick Room is now over, but that's not going to stop Sucker Punch from being priority the way it is. Spiritomb gets hit with Sky Attack, lost a little over a third of its health, but it's going to finish off Polyworld with Shadow Snake. Thanksgiving comes back in. Up against, Peter. Who then gets hit by an Ancient Power. Gonna get hit with a Blizzard. Berserk procs, though. Just barely lives an Air Slash after that. Then, wait, why the fuck did I name it Peter? Anyway, Charizard comes in, and this is where the GQ happens, because, if you look at the trade section here, you can see that, as of week 2, I am now in possession of Zard Y. Showdown apparently did not save the fact that this was Zard X, and so Kevin wound up with the wrong Zard. Albeit, it's not his fault, because I do believe Kevin when he says that Showdown bugged out.
I mean, yeah, he had showed the screenshot of
He
the
literally
stat.
showed screenshots, like, 100% it was just a Showdown crapped out. But, unfortunately, rules are rules.
Yeah.
So we decided to basically give him at least a 4 instead of a 6.
We, the way we handled this, because it was a genuine human error, or not even genuine human error, because it was genuinely on Showdown's end. So, because of that, the way we handled this was, we didn't outright DQ this match, and instead what we did was, we treated the kills from Zard as though they did not occur.
No, that's not at all what we did. What we did was we played this game out, but then we, like, for example, right here, there's no world where this Ninetales isn't dying to this Charizard, even if he had the right Charizard. So that's a kill for Charizard.
It was like the kill source, like, that could have been, up to whether or not it was.
No, this is, I'm highlighting, this is guaranteed.
Right, no, this one we allowed.
We will allow 2.
Yeah, we allowed 2 because 2 of the kills from the Zard were situations where even if it was Zard X, it would have killed. Like, didn't matter. There was, I believe, 1 or 2 kills from Zard Y that we did not count, and that was because it was, it was up to, like, it was possible that that wasn't actually a true kill if it was Zard X. That sort of thing. Regardless, it was a whole situation. It's dealt with. We're good. So anyway, we're just gonna continue. Obviously, Aurora Veil does not work anymore because the wrong Zard is here. Let's hit with 4 Water Shurikens. I need to start running Weather Ball.
Their balls are really good.
I need to start doing that with Zarwai, because that's always just, like, in Sun, that's just better flamethrower at that point.
100.
Like, base 100 versus base 80, and still has 100% accuracy.
You lose burn, but then again, you did get access to
and
Scorching
I have
it's
Scorching
base-
Sands, which has a higher chance to burn anyway, so.
And it's base 90.
What, flamethrower?
Flamethrower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
flamethrower's just 90.
I thought it was base 80.
That's Shadow Ball and Dark Balls.
Oh, okay. And I was like, I've been running flamethrower over Fire Blast just because I know my luck with base 70 accuracy moves.
85.
It feels like 70, damn it. Stop being smart, Jeroen.
I've got to flex my IQ some one way or another.
See, the problem with that mindset, Hylian, is like, I whiff a lot of those moves, but I still have to run them just because of the sheer power of them.
I mean,
Cough, cough, hurricane. Ugh.
like there's definitely a few moves where I had to do that. Thankfully, because of Scorching Sands, I don't need to run Focus Blast anymore. Because Scorching Sands hits the majority of the same targets that Scorching Sands hits. There's like 1 or 2 matchups where Focus Blast would do super effective damage where Scorching Sands wouldn't. But for the most part, Scorching Sands does what Focus Blast did, and also does not have a chance to miss, at least not with an accuracy reduction. And on top of that, also has a 30% chance to burn. So... Anyway, Jirachi comes in. Rest of this happens. Hey, look, Weather Ball. Wee.
Cargo plane. Wait, no, not.
That's the wrong season. Also, the wrong matchups.
I mean, there's audios right there. That was the cargo plane.
Right. Well, I meant them was like wrong team. Is what I meant. We do get the ancient power boost.
Yeah, I remember there was one.
Yep. You know, recoil off of Avalanche. Another metronome. Fury attack.
Imagine getting pecked to death by eggs.
Honestly, that would have been hilarious. What would have been infinitely funnier, right, is God knows, like, how ridiculously low the odds of it occurring would have been, but how fucking funny would it have been if every single hit from Fury Attack had been a crit.
Okay, I'm imagining something right now that is so cursed. Like, Togetic is an egg, right? Egg bird.
Yes.
So I just imagine Mitsu just coming out of its asshole, just packing something, just going back.
Oh, by the way, Kevin, I don't think I ever actually said it, but I 100% approve of the Latios nickname. I want a new Jet Set Radio so bad. I fucking love those games. So, obviously, you know, Ouija board bugging. Yeah, more sucker punches. But they fail. Yeah. That one didn't, though. Bam. As did Latios. Hamburger.
No, stop! We have gone so long.
Alright.
We're almost at the point where people don't remember that anymore.
Alright, so, continuing on. Now we continue
Please.
with the actual Week 4 matches.
No, that was the week 4 match. The other one was week 3.
No, that was the last Week 3. I hate that you got me for that. I hate you so much. Why do I keep looking this way? I keep looking to the right. It's like you're literally like in the same room as me. It's like I like mentally picture you just physically being within punching distance or something.
I feel like it's mutual.
Yeah, I feel like. Hey, look, as long as I'm not the only one making that hallucination, I'm okay with it. I'm gonna chalk that up to like part of the mind wink.
So I will say I
I'm
never
always in
counted
jet
that
every
on my
distance.
own stream.
Fuck off. Anyway, on today's episode, I hate speed tiers. You might be wondering why. Sandy drafted fast boys. And as for me, the fastest mons I had were like or rather the flat out the fastest mon I had is Swoobat with base 114 speed. Everything else has
We
like
know how that went.
base 110 or base 100. So there was actually some tech I had here, and unfortunately, it did not come to fruition because I forgot about one move that exists. We'll get to that in a second. But there was a tech here, and that was that. Sure, Sandy had fast mons, right? So there was no point in me even trying to speed creep him, because his mons were just in completely different speed tiers to bear with mine. But there was a way for me to use that to my advantage, and that was with Trick Room. So I ran a hybrid Trick Room team. The entire plan was with Swoobat. I was timid with max speed, obviously, and the whole plan was I was going to just set up a nasty plot turn 1, right? And then, since that would be +4 special attack, right? I was just going to baton pass that immediately into Galarian Slowbro, who would then use Trick Room and then kill everything. That was the plan. Unfortunately, we didn't even make it past turn 1 before that plan failed. Why? Because of this. I forgot Shadow Sneak existed.
Why would you sash?
That would have been smart, huh?
It just died.
Because even if you forgot about Shadow Sneak, you would have lived.
Yeah.
Because I said you baton pass there.
No, I did. That was the turn I clicked baton pass. 100%.
Well, then you just like...
I forgot that Shadow Sneak existed.
You forgot that Focus Sash
And
existed.
I also forgot the Focus Sash existed, correct.
But see, the thing is, the first forgetfulness doesn't matter if you don't forget the first.
I know.
Free!
I know. Anyway, at this point, I was just like, well, I've lost. So, swap into Zard, who, you know, despite the fact that at this point I basically just like, I've lost, this thing still puts in quite a bit of work. You know, here's Flamethrower. Sandy's gonna run Synthesis, but, you know, he's just progressively lose health to this Flamethrower. Because I am, unfortunately, dealing more damage than he is healing, and unfortunately, I also outspeed him. Or at the very least, speed time. So, Aerodactyl comes in. I switch into Robocrop. He's gonna Mega Evolve, up for Stone Edge. I eat him for breakfast. I'm a Ferrothorn. He's gonna swap into Decidueye. Predicting a switch in, I literally went for knockoff. Just tried to knock off any item. I didn't care what he swapped into. I just wanted to knock off an item. So, we got rid of the band. He's gonna U-turn into the Necrozma. I proceeded to Gyro Ball, just to try to get a little bit of chip on something. And to be perfectly honest, I probably should have just knocked off again. But part of me was like hesitant because I was like, I don't know whether or not he's actually gonna switch. He might just try to stay in and sack it or something. I don't know. He's gonna set up some Calm Minds. At this point, I'm just like desperate, like, please, come on, just prevent him from doing this. I know what's gonna happen. So I swap into Zygarde to set up a substitute. At this point, I'm just pleading with the universe. I'm like, come on, I don't store power, please. He doesn't need to. Photon Geyser exists. I hate Necrozma. Regardless, Zardwai comes in. Alright, he's gonna hard swatch. Swatch?
Maybe look about swatch.
He's gonna hard swap into
Watch the clock?
Aerodactyl.
Nah, that one doesn't have the same ring as Whips.
Gonna immediately swap into Kyubi. I'm gonna swap into Ferrothorn. He had Weather Ball, which I did not expect. I'll be perfectly honest, I didn't even think that Kyurem got Weather Ball. I didn't bother to check that.
I mean, he is a dragon that could summon lightning
Fair
and
point.
hail with Kyurem, so like...
I have an
No, it
announcement.
makes sense. I just didn't think about it. It is also worth noting, I was Akaberry. It wasn't for Weather Ball. The reason I was Akaberry was solely because I was expecting him to bring Cinderace, and I built Ferrothorn to be able to tank a Pyro Ball from full. With Akaberry.
Guys, I have an announcement to make. Kyurem B is weather balling.
I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed because I was expecting you to say Caillou B is a bitch ass motherfucker and just go into the Shadow the Hedgehog shitpost.
No, that's for Buzzwole.
Mario do be ballin' though.
Objection!
Well, let's get the rest of this over with. Let's rip the rest of the bandage off.
Yep. So, you know, obviously, he's gonna Ice Beam.
So...
Sushiro comes in, gets a little bit more damage off with that Shadow Snake. I'm going to Roost Up. At this point, you know, Sun's gone, so I swap into this. You might be wondering, why did you spell Hippowdon wrong? I didn't. Showdown doesn't let you use the exact spelling of other species.
Really?
Really?
Huh? I
I'm
didn't
not
know
even
that.
here. Just a.
No, you don't need to.
Oh no,
don't
I
doubt that.
know I don't need to, but I want to show this to the chat just because I think it's funny.
And we
I'm
should have
just saying.
called it Hippowdon.
Like, if I go to this team, right? Change that to Hippowdon. Right? Validate.
Use that in speed.
Validate, come on. Hippowdon Fable must not be nicknamed to a different Pokemon species than what it actually is.
Huh? The more you know. I didn't know that.
So
Then again, I
literally
guess I
had-
never really tried that.
I literally had to just get rid of the W. Because otherwise I just couldn't bring it.
Wait. You could have just spelt it like hippo and then down.
I could have called it Hippo down, yeah, like I could have. But this, like, by removing the W, it more or less like is pronounced the same way as Hippowdon. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna remove the W because it's more or less like whatever. Why didn't you just use a V then? It was so there's a reason why I didn't do a double V, and that is because when I found this out, I actually had already, like, I was mid-recording. I was about to send the challenge request, and then I saw that, and so I was like, well, shit, I gotta keep the ball going, and so, you know, it didn't cross my mind. So, of course, foolish Tyler has to ask if it was Rocky Helmet. I'm sorry, Roki Helmet. You know, Moonblast comes in. We get the special attack drop. At which point I'm sitting here like, please, more of those.
I mean, it doesn't do you any good in hindsight even then.
I'm just terrified of the crossbow man.
So much that you hypothesized its level to be level 70 when it wasn't level 70.
I don't know anymore. So, you know, hey, look, more photon geysers. Whee!
Oh, what? I want to do it again. Oh God, no! Just gets Kamehameha on the way.
More photon geysers. Whee!
I want to do it again.
I didn't even get the poison with Shell sidearm. At this point, I'm just like, I'm throwing at this point. It's just like, I've lost. What do I do?
Why didn't you just sack it there?
Yes.
Like, I understand it wouldn't do anything there. But
I think
like,
the thought process was, since it was Regenerator, I didn't want to sack it because, oh, I was just going to get like a little bit of help.
right, but
In hindsight, I should have sacked it. But my thought
it wouldn't have
process
gotten
in
you
the
that far
moment
in
was,
comparison, though. I
there's
think
al-
either way, your whole thing was just hoping it missed.
Yeah. Like, my thought process at the time was, this was not, I didn't bring bulky Zard this week. So I was like, okay, well, this is the bulkier set, and it has Regenerator, so I'm gonna swap it to Zard, and
How
then...
is it something that it's not?
What?
You literally said it isn't the bulky Zard, and then you immediately followed
No, I
it
meant,
up
like,
with
when I
because-
said this is the bulkier set, I mean that in regards to the Slowbro. Like, this is the
said
bulkier
Charizard.
set out of Zard and Slowbro.
Yeah.
That was my thought process. Was like, well, Slowbro's got the bulkier set out of the two mons I have right now, and it has Regenerator, so I'm gonna swap into Zard to replenish a little bit of health.
Yeah.
That was my thought process. Which is further reinforced by the fact like I did it again, because at this point it was like, well, something, I've got to sack something here, so I might as well just, you know, drop Regenerator again.
I think Charizard was just your win con there.
I think Charizard was definitely the better option, but at the same time I was panicking.
Oh, that's fair. Because, yeah, those matches happened.
So, yeah. Needless to say, Season 3, I'm drafting fast, boys. I don't want to go
Surprised you didn't learn that lesson the first time after having
Yeah.
pretty much the very similar team construct.
The other issue as well is, like, since we're not Nat decks, like, we don't actually have a whole lot of, you know, speedy boys to really, like, choose from.
I mean, there's a good amount of base 100s.
Yeah, but, like, Sandy's got more than base 100 mons, so it's just like...
Okay,
Oh,
my-
yeah, but, like,
Regardless,
To be fair, Jack came back at the perfect point. I was about to say that, like, Jack has, like, 2 base 100s across the board.
yeah. Anyway, needless to
Well,
say,
I
next
also-
season, since we're doing Nat decks next season, there's definitely going to be a lot more speedy boys to pick from, so, I'll be looking forward to that. Anyway, moving right along. Clay had a bye week. Tyler had a bye week. We already did this match.
No, we didn't.
I hate you.
We did week 3. We're on the week 4 recap.
I'm going to kill you. I will fly over to your house once this whole quarantine bullshit is done and over with. Your mom's gonna be like, who is this man? Why is he beating the shit out of you?
There's several things wrong with it to say with, but okay.
Anyway. We have, we have Spooks versus Jack. It's time for the prophecy to be fulfilled. So, as you see, we're leading with Jirachi and Finny. Spooks swaps into Zapdos Galar, gets a Flame Orb tricked onto him. Jack swaps into Toxicroak, gets hit by a throw chop.
So little.
Are you on computer or mobile noise? What?
Probably referring to your own. Or
But-
Kevin.
Talking
me?
to Wade.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway.
There's one wall.
Gen Z language. You do realize I'm also Gen Z, right, Jack? Albeit barely, but I am.
You're old.
I'm not even the oldest one in this call right now. Kevin's older than I am.
No.
He's also old.
Kevin's also in a different generation than me.
Yeah, he's Gen 4, you're Gen 5.
That was actually a good one. Fuck.
I can see the face of like you want to be mad at it.
I want to be bad at the same time. That was actually a good one. Gen 7 language. God damn it.
Oh, so that's why you don't like the Crossbow.
Gotta
You
whip
hate
the
language.
dynamic punch. Toxicroak's gonna die to another high horsepower.
See, that's just like I don't have the guts to do that. I have to at least have a +1 accuracy to do that.
Same. I used to have the guts for that, and then I failed one too many times, and I was like, yeah, no.
I went the entire season, without hitting a single hurricane. So, yeah, I kind of just got more reserved.
Yeah. For me, it
Because
was just a
everyone-
combination of like whiffing one too many moves and then seeing that happen to you, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to fall victim to the same fate.
Oh no, don't worry. The one I'm referring to, you weren't a part of. This is
Oh,
one
I know,
old-
but I've heard and I've seen.
I literally have this document saved.
Yeah.
It's all the matches I played in that season, and
You've shown me.
I brought. I know. I'm just saying for the Jack and all of them. I brought a Noivern pretty much every week. Clicked Hurricane about 2 to 4 times a game. Didn't hit a single one. So ever since then, if I ever want to have a good flying mon, I draft Rain.
So we have this Halucha, capitalizing off of the Mistress Rain with the Misty Seed, which honestly solid play. Flash Cannon comes in, Halucha takes a hefty chunk, and it gets a Spadef drop because of Flash Cannon's chance to lower Spadef. Spooks swaps into Colossal. Jack Ops 2 set up a wish. Future! Which gets hit by a punch that's on fire, and oh hey look, the wish came true.
I
Didn't
love
realize
boy
that
Aqua Fresh.
Right?
Yeah, it has the same sort of delay system as Healing Wish.
No, I was more so making the joke that I don't imagine Zyger to be a prayer because he is a god. So what god would he be praying to?
Yeah. I think it's more just it's funny that
The shiny does make it look futuristic, yeah.
no, I was gonna laugh so hard because it'd be like if you got burned from Fire Punch, it was like, well, I guess the future's on fire. Name it Aqua Fresh because it looks like toothpaste. Next side guard I'm bringing is gonna be called Crest 3D White.
I always.
Wait, no,
name
you
it-
know what you need to do? You need to change, like, for the next week that you bring the 10% Zygarde, you need to get the dog brand cleaning teeth.
You're
thing.
gonna find like a brand of doggy toothpaste.
Yeah, because that does exist.
I know that exists. Fuck, I'm gonna have to do that now. Alright.
And one needs to be made. 9 out of 10. One of those guys. dentist advised.
And now the prophecy shall be fulfilled. Oh, I like that one. You name Zygarde 50% as a Colgate, but instead make it Coolgate and let it hold a Yachi Berry. Hydro Pump, which I definitely did not see that coming. I didn't even know Arctozolt got Hydro Pump. Blizzard's going to Oko Calworks from full. Show of hands, is anyone even super remotely surprised?
Crap, I was gonna say something regarding the... You would really think this chat turned into Tuesday fast. You would really think the water would freeze before it came out, considering the frozen nostril it has.
And he had Hail himself.
Like, this was just... Holy hell, this was 2 seasons in the making. This was 2 seasons in the making, but Arctozolt finally got his revenge. Arctozolt finally got his revenge. After roughly 1 and 1.25 seasons of just constantly being dicked on, Arctozolt said enough was enough.
I mean, that is basically the performance of a career. Now, you could either try to ride that out, or you could just retire early.
I would
It's
just
a lot more
retire
common
early.
you think. It's a lot more common than you think it is.
Yeah, no, it really is. So, moving right along, we have the man of the people. This right here. Chat, what you are about to see, this is the game of the season. I'm calling it now. There's not going to be a single game.
I would also...
I'm reading what's going on in the chat right now. There's not a single game. I'm calling it right. There's not going to be a single game for the remainder of the season that even comes remotely close to what you're about to witness. This game is fire. So, we send out Death.exe, right? Metronome's into Dream Eater. Obviously, that's not going to do anything, right? Gets hit with a Thunderbolt. Barely lives, but he does live. Get another Metronome. Into a Dragon Tail.
Wait. Oh my god. Oh.
Swaps.
I haven't actually seen this game.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
Oh,
You haven't
are
played.
in.
Clay.
I was at my grandparents.
Vicious Rend from a Metronome. Guard swaps into Togetic. Wade's gonna Mega Evolve, opts for a Skull Bash. We're gonna get a Metronome Slack Off, which that's not gonna do anything. Kevin's going to Metronome into a Peck.
That did 3.
Stab.
Another Metronome into Fusion Flare.
Wrong fusion there.
If only that had been
13.
Fusion Bolt. Then Metronome into a Shadow Ball. With the Spadef drop. And then he Metronomes into a Dark Pulse.
And this bit F drop 100% matters.
Sorry. The look on this man.
I'm just trying to process that.
It was so... I literally had to double take, because I didn't watch this in real time. I had to watch the replay afterward. But I literally did several double takes when I saw that. I was like, wait, hang on. So, He metronomed into Shadow Ball. He got the Spadef drop from Shadow Ball, which was, you know, admittedly, that was a 20% chance because Serene Grace. But got the Spadef drop from Shadow Ball. Then immediately afterward, he gets a Dark Pulse. And that 100% mattered because if it had not been for that Spadef drop, he would not have killed. Just layers upon layers. Every time you read into it, you just realize how ridiculously lucky it was.
And it gets worse.
Okay.
We're not even to the best bit. Then, you know, he torments Rhyperior, right?
Why? Please get the boost.
Togetic's gonna get advantage of power, no boost, unfortunately. Sanic's gonna come back
Oh
in.
my god, that would have just killed me. I would have alt F4 the whole browser. That would have been it.
Metronome comes in with Magic Room.
Oh,
I
no,
cannot-
I
Oh,
know.
hang on. Before I continue. Magic Room fucked me over so hard.
Yeah. So, for those who might have forgotten, because this is a move that seldom sees use in singles at least, Magic Room makes it so that held items do not work as long as Magic Room is active.
One exception to that rule is Mega Z crystals.
Yeah, like Megas and Z crystals still work, but things like leftovers, choice items, those don't work. Like, if it's not a Mega Stone or a Z crystal, it will not work in Magic Room. So, well, he's gonna protect. Kevin reveals that he has Avalanche. He does, however, get Leech Seeded. But that's not gonna stop Avalanche from doing half.
That
of
was
Rosary
not
Cell.
even a counter hit.
Yeah. Kevin's gonna set up Rain Dance, proc that Rain Dish. He unfortunately cannot, you know, just deal with these spikes right now, unfortunately. Like, Wade's just sending up hazards left and right. He's got...
The fact that it does half even without being countered is ridiculous. to
Oh,
me.
it's actually ridiculous, yeah.
Like, maybe it's because I'm over thinking Roserade's defense, but like Blastoise physical attack would not probably do.
Here it comes.
Yep. Then, obviously, we're gonna switch
Play no
into
pain.
Crocodile, and this happens. Wicked Blow, but guess who ran Anger Point? This man ran Anger Point Crocodile specifically for Urshifu. Like, even Wade was freaking out. Look at that in chat. Like, this was absurd. I'm gonna tell you right now, if it hadn't been for T-Spikes, Kevin would have won after this. Kevin literally went on a rampage after this happened. If it had not been for T-Spikes, he would have won.
Oh my gosh, it's even well. Even if it was just one layer,
Oh yeah, no, if it was because of the double layer T-Spikes, he died. If it had just been normal poison, he would have been able to kill all of Wade's team before he died to poison. Like, this was incredible.
huh?
Like, yeah, well, you can see it's because of the toxic he died there. If it had just been normal poison status, he would have been able to kill at least one more mom, probably both, before he died.
I mean, you then got your varying and double protects.
Right. Well, like, it provided like it was Rhyperior he killed. He kills Gengar with Sucker Punch from Urshifu.
Oh yeah, but just yeah.
Yeah.
If it had that. I don't think you realize
And
that I'm
then,
special.
of
Urshifu.
course. Hey, I heard you guys like suicide kills. Like, God, I just Kevin. Look, Wade might have actually won this battle. Wade might have won this battle, but Kevin won the war. All right. I don't care what anybody says. Kevin won this battle morally. Like, this was a moral W for Kevin.
I
Wait,
might
or
have killed-
goes through type?
It was ring target.
Ring target.
It was ring target.
Oh.
Yeah, he was ring target Gengar.
This battle was something else from the start till the end.
This battle is the match
I
of
was
the
like,
season.
wait, like I was laughing still over what happened. I was like, wait a minute. That was an ore spear.
Yeah. There's so much levels of absurdity. It's incredible. Like, just like the worst bit too is like if Kevin had just run defog on Togetic, he would have won.
I mean, running it is one thing, clicking it is another.
Or like, or even like another thing is Blastoise gets Rapid Spin.
I would have actually think that would be a go-to considering you're doing physical with Avalanche. It didn't work against me, Wade.
Like,
If
if
we
Kevin
had
had
that.
just brought some form of hazard removal, he would have won.
I don't play to win. I play to have fun.
It's like again, like I said, it's just
Winning
putting
bonus.
habits removal on the team is one thing. Being able to successfully click it is another.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, in this situation, right, based off the replay, if he had run Rapid Spin on Blastoise, he would have been able to get that off. Because
Yeah, Togetic actually did die before the hazard.
Togetic
removal.
died, but Blastoise was still alive after the,
No, you
after-
didn't. But see, the thing is, your wording was Destiny Bond works every time. Well, sorry to tell you, there's a case here that Destiny Bond did not work with.
Anyway, moving right along. We've seen my week 4. We've seen Jack's week 4. We've seen Jeroen's week 4. We've seen Kevin's week 4. Which unfortunately means that, we're all caught up.
So it depends
Now you
on
changed your
the-
statement on me, Wade.
It is true, Wade. You're backtracking now. Do I show the week 5 match? Just a little teaser.
Nah.
Nah, just wait.
Nah.
Nah.
Just know, week 5, you guys are in for a treat. So, thank you guys so much for tuning into a nearly 3-hour-long recap.
If we were an hour later, we could probably segue this perfectly into the randomizer.
I still need to grind. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys in roughly an hour or two for the either second to last part or Hylian only knows how to win in 4-0s. It seems. Look, it's not for lack of trying. I try to go for the 6-0s. They just don't. They don't like me. Anyway, we'll see you guys in a little bit when we come back for either the second to last part or, depending on how long we put into it, the finale of the Nuzlocke versus. We'll see you guys then.
I mean, yeah.